When I was only 3 years old, my dad brought home this overweight and loud creature who would become a significant part of my life for the next 16 years. Our family cat. This is Pofet, but my friends and I have always called her Poof for short. Poof and I go way back, although she didn't really like me much back then, rightfully so. She was a sassy tortoiseshell cat with a resting bitch face and lots of attitude, commonly known as Tortitude, a fitting nickname that accurately describes the unique, sassy personalities of tortoiseshell cats. And Poof sure was sassy. She was always a bit antisocial. She never got along with other cats, and she certainly didn't get along with my pet hedgehog.
Oh!
She also wasn't very big on affection at first. She would avoid us a lot, unless she was hungry, of course. But over the years, she really started to warm up to us. Most of our family bonding moments revolved around her, and she was often like the comedic relief of our family.
Oh, you were hiding! How was I supposed to see you? Oh my god!
Now, I have endless fond memories and funny stories about Poof, but the story that lingers the most is actually how her story came to an end. This is the part where she truly lived up to her nickname as Poof. She's been in my life since I gained consciousness practically, so we were very close. All the way up until I moved away for university. She was 19 years old at this point. I honestly thought she would live forever, but we all know where this is going. So, how do you even break this devastating news to a sensitive girl who is away at university? Well, if you were my mom, this is how you would do it. I don't think there's ever been a moment where my brain has experienced so many conflicting emotions at once. Despair, confusion, shock, confusion. Is she sleeping? Is she dead? Haven? As someone who used to be very anxious about my precious cat dying one day, I'd always imagined her death would be a very sad scene with countless tears, perhaps at the vet, and my whole family surrounding her saying our final goodbyes. I would have never imagined that her death would revolve around me receiving an unsolicited picture of her dead body on a random Tuesday in my college dorm, followed by my mom video calling me to show me pictures of my dad burying her in our backyard. And if you think that was bad, just know that my brother received this text while he was at work. Evidently, this was a lot to process, and yes, I was very sad. I received a lot of sympathy, and although I was grateful, honestly, it didn't make me feel that much better. In fact, it kind of just made me feel more sad and sorry for myself. However, I also couldn't let go of the fact that I found this out through Skype. And I can't lie, it was a little funny. And thus, I decided to try a different coping mechanism. Initially, I thought making a TikTok would be a funny way to inform some of my friends about the sad news. But immediately after I posted it, it turns out the TikTok algorithm is quite morbid and has a flair for dark humor, as I watched thousands of strangers liking and sharing a picture of my dead cat. I was also getting texts from friends who were shocked when they saw my face and my cat on their For You page. And I was also getting hundreds of comments from strangers who had mixed reactions similar to mine. Some comments even expressed that this was a relatable experience and shared their own similar stories, which were equally, if not more, concerning than mine. I even showed the semi-viral TikTok to my family, which they thought was hilarious. Even though the death of my beloved childhood cat was supposed to be a very sad time in my life, I'm honestly really grateful for the shocking series of events that took place, as it not only distracted me from the heartache, but also brought me a lot of joy and laughter, which is what my cat has always done. And so my key takeaway from this whole experience is that coping with humor can heal. I mean, I am telling the story with a smile on my face. And the best part is that Poof's legacy shall live on, even if it's through a picture of her corpse on TikTok.